Hi there, so I've got my camera stand set up today, so it should be a bit better. Sorry about the shaky footage. Here we've got another lovely, well, it's not really an antique, this one's around 70 years old, so not quite over the 100 mark, and I don't really like using the term vintage for knives and tools. That's more of a, I don't know, a fashion and clothing and maybe a car terminology there, so I kind of steer away from using the word vintage, and this is not quite an antique by the formal definition of the word antique, which means usually in antique circles an item over 100 years old. So this is around World War II era, 1940s to 1950s I've traced this back to. And as you can see, look at that lovely patina on the blade there. This is, if you don't know, a Hawkbill pruning knife. A lot of gardeners and farmers used to use these, and they still do today. Look at those lovely hardwood scales as well. Beautiful brass liners with the chamfered edges there. Oh, bolsters, sorry. And then also a set of brass liners in there all the way through. This is a lovely knife. And this is in amazingly good, strong condition. As you can see there, look at the walk and talk on this. The snap is amazing. The snap on this is amazing. And the condition is amazing. Like, this is as usable today as the day it was made. This is a great user, this one. If you're on the market or in the market for a lovely antique-ish old world kind of knife that's still in usable condition, I'd snap this one up. This would get my recommendation. This is highly usable. It's got around a 3-inch blade. This would class as UK legal. It's exactly 3 inches from here to the tip. 7 inches in total length, so that's a 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade, lovely proportions there. This is just a beautiful item, really, really nice. This is strong, and there is absolutely not a slight bit of wiggle anywhere. There is no wiggle. That's just the blade moving here, look. Because it's so thin, the blade flexes, but there's no wiggle in this. This is really strong. I don't know, the pull strength on this is impressive. Really impressive pull strength on this one. And it's also got kind of a little guard here, so you push your finger up against this, that's not coming down at all. You can put loads of pressure on it and that's not coming down on you. Very safe knife for a slip joint. This is beautiful. Look at the patina on that. Lovely carbon steel patina there. The brass bolsters are peened through. Now if you catch it in the right bit of the light, you will see the pin right here. Lovely condition. And as far as I'm aware, this has not been, there's no gaps in the back here or nothing. Even after like 70 years. 70 years? Yeah, between 70 and 80 years old this knife is. There's no gaps. I don't know if the brass has been buffed by one of the previous antique dealers that have got hold of it, but even if it has, it doesn't take away from the original look of the knife. The original patina is still present on the blade. Lovely thin edge geometry, and I believe this one has been hand forged, as if you look at the plunge, line here, it's more hammered than ground. If you can see, doesn't appear to be exactly a regular plunge grind there. I believe this knife has been hand forged, and you can kind of see hammerations, if that's even a word. If it's not, it is now. I believe this is hand forged. Lovely, lovely blade. Plenty of life left in the edge there as well if you have a look. It has not got a lot of wear in it. It's still very thin behind the edge, easily could be sharpened up. I usually do tend to hone my knives before I send them out, hone them up a bit, just in case people are a bit wary of sharpening an antique and they don't want to shove it on a stone. I do it very carefully on some ceramic rods, so to not get any scratches up here, I just tackle the very edge on the ceramic rods before I send them out. Look at that, beautiful. It feels very, very smooth. It's all contoured as well. It's thicker over here with a swell in the middle, thins out a bit towards the edge with a nice little palm swell there, and then goes down to the level of the bolsters here. Very nice. Beautiful little example this is. Lovely. Might as well show the knife yesterday in non-wobbly fashion. That lovely Tailor's Eyewitness jigged bone knife. Here it is. So you can have a proper look at it now when I've got my two hands on it. Look at this. It's got the pin strip shield here as well. I believe these strip ones, a lot of people used to engrave personal names on them and stuff like that. That's why they were left long like this. Don't know if that's the actual functional reason of them or if it's just a decorative piece, but I do know that people did used to engrave initials on there and names on here. Very nice. Look at that. I won't let this video drag out too long. Just wanted to share another nice old knife here. This is already up on my Etsy shop, this one. This is lovely. You could use this today easily. I would be using them myself and testing them out, because I do some gardening and stuff. But as they're going for sale, I don't want to use them myself, but I am very tempted to use this because of the nice edge geometry. I believe this would make a great, if you're into like bonsaiing, or even if you dwarf trees, or just want to, if you've got a little allotment, you could use this today. There's no shame in using certain antiques and old knives as long as they're in good usable condition. I mean, they are tools. They were meant to be used, even if they are old. Look at that. Lovely. You can tell this is completely handmade. Look at the light glinting off it. Somebody's probably used a rasp or a planer shave to get the contouring of this handle done right. You can see the irregularities in it there. Very nice. It's in beautiful condition. Lovely. I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend.